Property of Sonnos Automation and Control Services. Introduction to Basic Pneumatics. The physics of air compression. Pneumatics is derived from the Greek word pneuma, which means air. Pneumatics are basically systems which are air operated. Pneumatics is similar to hydraulics. Pneumatics uses pressurized air, whereas hydraulics uses pressurized oil. Pressure is defined as the amount of force over a given area, as shown in the following equation: force over area in English units, pounds per square inch; in metric units, kilogram force per square centimeter, or bar, or atmosphere. We will be using this equation later to compute for size of parts in a pneumatic system. Pneumatics uses an air compressor to produce compressed air. Air is taken at ambient pressure, which is 1 bar, or 1 atmosphere, or 14.7 pounds per square inch. It is then compressed to approximately 1/7 of its original volume, thereby raising pressure to about 7 bars, or 7 atmospheres, or about 100 pounds per square inch. What we have here is absolute pressure. Pressure is measured by using a device known as a pressure gauge. A standard pressure gauge has 2 sets of measuring units shown on its dial face: PSI and bars, or kilogram force over square centimeter. At ambient pressure, the gauge reading will be 0, which is actually 14.7 pounds per square inch, or 1 bar. This is known as gauge pressure. Gauge pressure is equal to absolute pressure minus 1 atmosphere. An absolute pressure of 7 bars will read 6 bars on the pressure gauge. 6 bars is about 90 pounds per square inch, which is the average pressure of a pneumatic system. Although in some systems, particularly with large manufacturing facilities, the average pressure is about 10 to 15 bars. This is because, in order to cover long distances, pressure must be elevated to higher levels to ensure constant pressure at the point of use. The basic industrial pneumatic system is composed of 2 parts. First, the compressed air generation and treatment system. Second, the compressed air consuming system. The compressed air generation and treatment system is composed of 1. Compressor. 2. Air tank. 3. Aftercooler. 4. Air dryer. 5. Mainline filter. 6. Refrigerated air dryer. 7. Piping. 8. Air service unit. We will be discussing each component in detail. Compressor. An air compressor is a device that converts power using an electric motor or an internal combustion engine into potential energy stored in pressurized air. There are two major types used for pneumatics. The first type are reciprocating compressors. A reciprocating compressor is a positive displacement compressor that uses pistons driven by a crankshaft to deliver air at high pressure. Within this category are also two types of compressors: piston compressors and diaphragm compressors. Shown in the animation is a single-stage piston compressor. The intake air enters the suction filter, then flows into the compression cylinder, where it gets compressed by a piston driven in a reciprocating motion via a crankshaft, and is then discharged. The chamber is sealed by piston rings shown here. Lubrication is needed to reduce friction between the cylinder body and the piston ring. Some of the lubrication is carried off into the compressed air and must be removed later. End of lesson 1.